Bobby knew this tree well, this area. It was his favorite spot every summer, where he'd swing for hours on the little tire swing his father had made. He must have passed that odd-looking stone 1,000 times and never gave it much thought. But now he had the map, the clues. Could it really be holding the secret to the family treasure? Hello there, and welcome back to Sleepytime Corner. My name is Arthur Fezziwig. Have you ever wondered about pirates? Have you ever wanted to be one, or dress up like one for fun? Well, tonight we'll meet a young boy who did just that. And not only did he pretend to be a pirate, he may have actually been related to one too. So, snuggle into your favorite cozy spot, grab your secret treasure maps, and let's begin.
Bobby's Pirate Treasure, a backyard adventure. Written and illustrated by Gina Everly. Story and narration by Arthur Fezziwig.
Once upon a time, there lived a young boy named Bobby. Bobby loved all kinds of adventures, but pirate adventures were his absolute favorite. He wore a paper pirate hat nearly every day. One he'd folded all by himself out of white construction paper. On the front he'd drawn a big black Jolly Roger with a crayon. Not too scary, just a little smiley with 2 lines crisscrossed underneath. Sometimes he'd march around the yard with a stick sword shouting, "Yo ho ho, and off we go!" Other times he'd dig little holes near the flower beds, just in case someone really had buried treasure long ago. But he never found anything. That is, until the day he turned 6. That morning, after pancakes and candles, Bobby's mom handed him a birthday card. It was from his grandfather, Grandpa Jack Morgan. Bobby opened the envelope. Inside was a card and a folded piece of old-looking paper. He opened the card first. On one side, Grandpa Jack had written, "Happy birthday, Bobby. Now that you're 6, it's time you knew a family secret. You're a Morgan, Bobby, and that means you've got to love treasure. I've hidden something just for you in a place I think you know well. Follow the clues in the map. Use it well. Love, Grandpa Jack." Bobby gasped and unfolded the paper. It was a treasure map, drawn in Grandpa's silly handwriting. It showed a crooked tree, a round rock, and a big red X right between them. Bobby's heart raced. He knew that spot. It was the far corner of his own backyard, right where the big old oak tree stood. The same one his dad had hung a tire swing from years ago. And sitting next to it was a lumpy, dome-shaped rock that Bobby always thought looked like a turtle's shell. That evening, after the birthday cake and evening dishes were cleaned up, Bobby grabbed his little red shovel and his pirate hat and marched straight into the yard, being careful not to attract his parents' attention. The golden evening light made everything look a little magical. The sky was awash with brilliant colors. A pirate captain might have been set sailing into the sunset. Bright crimson, soft yellows, and vibrant oranges against the clear evening sky. Bobby headed straight for the back corner of the yard, his favorite spot. He reached the tree. He found the rock. He stood very still. Then, slowly, he knelt beside the rock. It hadn't moved in years. It was almost part of the earth. But Bobby pushed and nudged and wiggled it until finally flipped over with a satisfying thud. Beneath it, the dirt was soft and darker than the rest, almost like someone had placed the rock there on purpose. He planted his foot on the shovel, pressed it into the ground, and then thump! His eyes widened. Something solid was under there. He dug carefully, just like a real treasure hunter would, and soon his shovel scraped against something wooden. Bobby brushed the dirt away and pulled out a small wooden box. It was old and worn, with a little brass latch on the front. His hands were shaking. He opened the box slowly. Inside, there was no gold, no jewels, but there was treasure. A shiny brass button from a navy coat with the letters USN, and a little picture of an anchor, a tiny old compass with a spinning needle, a folded black and white photo of Grandpa Jack as a young man, smiling proudly in a sailor's uniform, and a little note tucked inside the lid. For Bobby, every pirate needs a bit of treasure, and this one's yours. Love, Grandpa Jack. Bobby sat very still. The wind gently rustled the leaves above. The tire swing creaked in the breeze. He held the compass close. It felt warm in his hand. In that moment, Bobby imagined his grandpa on a great ship sailing across the sea, a strong wind in the sails, the same compass guiding the way. And maybe, just maybe, he really was descended from pirates after all. That night, Bobby placed the compass under his pillow. He whispered, "Good night, Grandpa Jack, and thank you for the treasure." And as the moon rose high above the old oak tree, the backyard seemed to smile back, giving up one of its secrets it had held all this time, waiting for the right time, Bobby's time, to find his treasure. The end. And so, my friends, we learned that sometimes the greatest treasure isn't gold or jewels. It's a memory, a family's story, or even the tradition and love someone special leaves behind just for you. Remember, believe in yourself, trust those who love you, and dream big. One day you may soar as high as the stars. Sleep well, my friend. Until we meet again, good night.